Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Legal Bee channel. If you are someone who is preparing for the PFRDA Legal Mains exam, which is scheduled on the 6th of September, then this video is tailor-made for you. In this video, I will walk you through through the last week's strategy for this mains examination. Uh, and this is the time where you stop reading bare acts and you shift your focus from content heavy learning to MCQ practice as well as a good revision strategy, right? So if I were to talk about the syllabus, which I'm hoping that each one of you has already sort of uh, gone through completely, this is the syllabus that I want you to look at for most of these acts, especially for bigger acts like Companies Act, your IBC, your CPC, your Constitution. Exact parts and chapters are mentioned, right? So if you have not gone through the syllabus, I highly recommend that you do. And for the preparation, you stick to the parts and chapters which are mentioned in this particular syllabus or in this particular notification of PFRDA only. Right now, coming to the strategy, this is what I call the foundational laws, right? So these are the laws which uh, basically is that 20% of the syllabus which is going to reap you 80% of marks in your examination. So this includes your constitution, your BNS, BSA, BNSS, CPC, contracts, SRA, Companies Act of 2013, Partnership Act, LLP Act, as well as PFRDA Act, right? So if you are someone who has already covered these laws or these legislations, the idea is now to shift your focus on two aspects. Number one, solving MCQs of these legislations if you haven't already, and revision of the indexes of these legislations. However, if you are someone who has not completed, who struggles with acts like your procedural laws like BNSS and CPC, the idea is to omit these, stop preparing for these particular, legislations, rather shift your focus on completing other legislations which are a part of the syllabus, right? So that is going to be more beneficial to you in that last week, right? If you are somebody who has not covered any other acts apart from these procedural laws, the idea is to now cover them through MCQ solving and short notes which are available with you, right? There is no time for you to open the bare acts now. And every day, spend at least 4 to 5 hours on revising the content which you have already studied. Right now, moving on to the second part of the syllabus or the second part of what I call the strategy. This is divided into further two parts. This particular box is it relates to those laws which are very consistent. They appear very consistently in the PFRDA examination, and it also holds low to moderate weightage. That means on some days you might see three sort of questions being formed from one of these acts. Sometimes you only see one, right? However, on the other side, on the other category, this is the category which is of low weightage, right? That means you will see maximum of one questions or sometimes no questions at all from this particular part of the or this particular sort of group of the legislations. So if I were to talk about this particular part here, also you can sort of focus more on arbitration and conciliation, TPA, as well as your Consumer Protection Act and PMLA, right? Again, very important legislations, right? If there are any acts which you have not completed, again, I'm saying try to cover them through MCQ solving, right? Torts is again something that I don't believe that you require that it requires you to study it in depth, right? Rather, you can cover TOTS by solving the MCQs which are available at the iExamB portal or any other portal that you are sort of hooked with, right? Apart from that, you also have administrative law and principles of natural justice. Again, it is a one-day topic. For jurisprudence and interpretation of statute, I always say that this is a subject which is very rhetoric in nature. So try to pick it up 1 day or 2 days before the examination date. Or if your examination is sort of taking place, in the afternoon or the evening, you can also cover it up by watching a video or, watching any, sort of going through any short notes that you might have. Um, in the morning of the examination date as well, right? But again, the idea is that since it's so rhetoric, if you do it before, you have to continuously revise it in order to retain it. So the idea is you always do it like a day before the examination. That way, you don't have to focus a lot on retaining it, and there is a higher probability of you also marking the right answer, right? Similarly, the third category is only for those who have already covered the part of the syllabus, already covered the essential elements of the syllabus. If you have covered those, then you can talk about these. And the idea is, again, these are one day topics which you can cover effectively by just solving the MCQs, right? No need to open the bare acts for these particular legislations, right? So that is the part of my strategy. Again, like I said, for any topic that you have not covered, which is vital from the perspective of examination, the idea is to cover them through PYPs and solving MCQs, right? Solve at least 300 to 400 MCQs per subject, especially for those that you have not touched upon, right? That's my bit. If you have not um, accustomed yourself to the iExamB's mock test, I highly recommend that you do. They are basically designed in such a manner, in such a way that resembles your exam hall mode for these mock tests, and they are quite effective as well. Apart from this, I shall see you in my next video. Thanks.